Start. That'll do. Okay. And that means we're pretty much up to date as far as I'm aware. Yep, so on Sergio's side of the table, let's have a quick look at the top bracket. Okay, obviously the top 16, there wasn't a top 16, so we went straight through the top 8. Gonzalo lost to Sergio, who we're watching now, play Jorge H, who beat Jorge M. And it looks like I'm having problems with my font, it's not giving me the system symbols for the resistance. Juan beat Ruben, who was also resistance, and proceeded through the semi-final against Bernat, who we saw beat Gerard in the first round in top 8. Okay, that's it. Bernat being the 11-year-old child. Okay, so let's have a look while they get set up and do their asteroids and discuss a little bit the list. So, Sergio's got Darth Vader with fire control system, afterburns and hate. Del Miko with crack shot, countdown with crack shot, pure Sabat with predator. And on Jorge's side of the table, he's got 6 blue squadron recruits painted up like the Power Rangers. Red, blue, green, yellow, black. Red, blue, green, yellow, black. Which one am I missing? Pink. So yeah, Power Rangers A-Wings versus Imperial Striker matchup. Imperial Striker mixes with TIE Fighters and Darth Vader. Let's take a look at that on the screen. Darth Vader, fire control system, or afterburners and hate. Del Miko with crack shot, countdown with crack shot, pure Sabat with predator. Right. Meanwhile, I want to take a look at the squad builder. I'm going to need to get a battery charger on. I need to go Empire, add a pilot. Where is it? Hyperspace only. Add pilot. Darth Vader. With hate. Fire control system. And
Solo juego una partida de streaming y fue contra Fernando.
Del Miko. Where is it? Del Miko, while a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defense against a damaged attacker, the defender may reroll 1 defense die. And he's got crack shot. Countdown. And he's got crack shot as well. And countdown while you defend after the neutralize results step. If you are not stressed, you may suffer 1 damage and gain 1 stress token. If you do, cancel all dice results. I've got my voice a bit low, let me get close to the microphone. And then the last one is pure Sabak. And pure Sabak is... While you perform an attack, if you have 1 or fewer damage cards, you may roll 1 additional attack die. And he's got Predator to help maximize that extra die. Yeah, so I've seen Jorge play a few times before. He did really well in the Spanish National 2015. I think he actually might have made the top if he didn't come within a hair's breadth of the top. The top, what was it? The top 16, I guess. We had 2 flights of 75 players. Yeah, so top 8, yeah. So top 16 we had. Yeah, top 16 definitely. And I think he must have come really close if he didn't make it. and then he played a store championship. I saw him. I managed to film him play in 2016 in Mordebre. And yeah, I've seen him a few times since then at most of the major tournaments playing his Power Rangers A-Wings, back when it was Rebel A-Wings, and now he's got Resistance A-Wings to try and make things a bit more. Is this tight? Okay. It's a bit difficult to see Sergio's ships being up in the corner there, but he's starting to make his way out. So good morning to everybody joining us. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, my plans were scuttled yesterday. I was planning to come to do the Swiss of the Hyperspace trial here in Barcelona, but at the last minute on Thursday, Friday, my wife needed me to stay home on the Saturday to help with some things, so I wasn't able to make it. But I was pretty much what's the word, committed to doing it, and I didn't want to miss it. As being how for the last 4 years I've been 3.5 years I've been streaming X-Wing. It's almost 4 years. 2015 June. For the last 4 years streaming X-Wing, I've always tried to get to the regional in Barcelona and was never able to do it. And it kind of felt like, come on, man, you got to do it this time. It made no sense to not do it. And luckily, I got lucky that I was able to hook myself up with the owner of the store or the manager of the store, and be able to work out that he could come in a little bit early for me on a Sunday morning to get things set up. Oh gosh. Yeah, so like I say, Jorge is very experienced with playing this A-Wing Swarm, and he's always had them painted up as the Power Rangers since I first met him in 2015. We didn't actually have him on the stream in that matchup, but in the 2015 National, he was playing in the opposite flight. With the 2015 National, they split the 150 players into 2 flights to try and make it a bit more manageable on the system, and that gave us the opportunity. That had them. So we had, when we set up our camera for one table, that meant we were only seeing half the room the whole time. We managed to see, who was it we saw played like 2 or 3 rounds. I can't remember. There was one guy who beat the eventual champion with 2 YTs when it's Mario Nunez Negroscuro was playing 4 TLT Y-Wings. And the A-Wings completely leveraging the high speed dial they have to just kind of pounce on the Imperials while they have them in the corner and not give them many options to escape. And it's hard to say really what the target priority is. I mean, Darth Vader's going to be hard to pin down. Maybe they wanted to try and focus on the strikers, get them to off the board with their abilities before leaving maybe Darth Vader for the end game, assuming they had enough guns left. Okay, so Sergio decided to take those A-wings head on. I'm going to cut my microphone while I try and move it. It's right up in my face.
Sí, lo puedo hacer una vez. Tengo por el fuego.
Okay, there we go. And focusing up with the strikers. I didn't mark down which one was it. Countdown is the Piercer back. Pretty sure it's Piercer back. That's the orange one.
Gasto la cara con un pulso. Sí, tío, estoy hecho una mierda.
Made the boosts.
Mi acción normal es un blanco fijado.
Yeah, and the Imperials here not worried about the possibility of having to deal with 6 A-wings. Just going to fly straight at them. Vader target locks and focuses. So, time to fire. Vader fires on Black Ranger. At range 3 and gets 2 crits and a blank. Rerolls. Oh no, okay. So 2 crits and a hit. And 1 evade, 1 focus, spends. Takes only the crit for 1 shield. On the black one, yeah? Yeah, okay, cool. Because he's got his cars laid out and not in a straight line. It's a bit confusing. Anyway, focus, 2 blanks from Sergio. From my guess. And then so back, range 2 on the Green Ranger. With the Predator. Takes 3. And gets 2 evades and a focus. Spends the focus to evade all 3.
¿A quién? ¿Y el de atrás está?
Al de atrás, sí.
Al de atrás llegas.
Vale, pues al de atrás.
Vale. Haciendo con 4.
Crit and blank. And evades 1.
De atrás adelante. No llega. Está hacia atrás.
Este llega.
Por ahí.
A ver, cómo suelta el piso de la piedra. Suéltalo. Aquí no. Y a esto. Vale.
Looks like the next one to fire is going to be Blue Ranger on countdown. No, Black Ranger fires on countdown. Out of range then. Black Ranger firing on countdown gets 1, evades both. Yellow, no, Pink Ranger. Pink Ranger fires, gets 1 with a focus, evaded with 3 natural evades.
Recupero la carga.
And they're back to dials. So yeah, obviously, you'll be noticing that in the names of the players, their town names, their nationality is listed as Cat, because Barcelona, being the Catalunya region that are trying to get themselves independent from the rest of Spain. And so I give them, I respect their wishes. I say, you're the ones that are going to appear on the stream. What do you want your nationality to be represented by? And so far, everybody said Catalunya, without a doubt. So obviously, as people are starting to wake up on this Sunday morning, we're starting to get more viewers. Thank you for joining us. There's a comment here. There's been a while since they managed to see me. In February, there were no real large events that were really worth me travelling for. I could have gone to record a local game night, but then with all the equipment and stuff I look around, just for a local game night, just doesn't seem to make up much sense. Or just like a weekend standard 3-round tournament doesn't seem to make much sense. Obviously, this being, in this case, I'm filming 3 rounds here today, but that was under a different auspices. I was supposed to come yesterday, and obviously once I'd spoken to the store and I didn't want to suddenly, when I had to cancel yesterday, I didn't want to cancel the whole weekend. I wanted to make sure I came, and took advantage of the the toll road to get up here as quickly as possible. We have the so the last event I did was in the end of January, where I did the Polish charity event for Use the Force. And then in February there wasn't really any large events. And then the question was whether or not I was going to be able to make the Dutch system open, which I really wanted to. And I can see in the chat we've got the guy who did the stream from there for Perfect Blinky. I just wasn't able to make it in the end. Obviously, right now, well, let me take this opportunity to plug the Patreon. So obviously, a lot of what I do, a lot of the travel costs that are involved in doing this, are all taken care of thanks to the Patreon fund. Right now, I'm quite obviously with the inactivity I had in the summer with the waiting for second edition, and a lot of people have cancelled their patrons. That's perfectly fine. I understand that completely. But the only difference is it means that I'm no longer at that goal level where I can guarantee that I can make one event every single month. And so this month, with the question of, well, do I pay the 200 plus euros for a flight to Holland, or do I try to do the Barcelona's Hyperspace trial? We're knowing that I tried to come to Barcelona the last 3 years and hadn't made it, and that Barcelona doesn't really have anyone in their community that would do the stream for them. So, and really, Barcelona are pretty close. Well, if I'd have gone to Holland, I'd have probably had to come through Barcelona anyway. But it's just, every single time I've tried to come to Barcelona, it's always been a little bit of a mess with regards to like when the dates of the events were, whether or not it clashed with something, or it was in the week between two things that would made it too difficult to do. So I'd always had to skip, and then this year I wanted to try and make sure I made it, and then last minute my wife was like, I really need your help with this weekend, so I stayed at home for yesterday, but I still wanted to make sure I counted to the top, especially with Bernat, who we saw this morning, the 11-year-old child who made the final last year at the 128-man regional in Barcelona. This year they've been capped at 64 players. No damage from the debris cloud. This year they've been capped at 64 players by the store because they didn't have the space. They felt they didn't have the space for more than 64 players, and the 64 tickets sold out in less than 20 minutes. So because it's one of the most competitive X-Wing scenes in Spain, if not Europe, in Barcelona. Yeah, they are pretty fervent. A long time ago, it used to be that Madrid was like pretty much the X-Wing community for Spain. However, in the last few years, Barcelona seems to have taken a lot more of that crown. There are still obviously a lot of very competitive players in Madrid, but you don't hear so much from them in that respect. We got the Open coming up in June, so we'll look forward to seeing everybody there, and we'll see how things go. So yeah, as I said, a lot of the travel costs are paid for by the Patreon fund. So if you do enjoy watching the videos and you're not already a Patreon, please do consider signing up for that. It's there's no real rewards for it because there's certain levels of I'm trying to keep myself to a point where I'm not making myself look like a business for certain reasons. I'm not trying to make it like, hey, I'll make you cards and I'll make you tokens and stuff like that. It's literally, I want to do the stream. The Patreon funds help me pay for the costs of getting to the events to do the stream, and right now I'm about $100 behind my target for being able to make a larger tournament every single month. And even so, I'm still doing pretty much every single month. Last month, no, because there were really no large tournaments. And who knows, it may be like there might be a month in the future where I do 2 in 1 month, because there just happen to be 2 big ones that I'm able to make and are affordable to me. So yeah, if you do please consider helping us out there. It's just $1 means everything. It makes a big deal and helps a lot. The Patreon funds go directly to paying my petrol costs, my flight costs, and basically all the transport costs and hotels. Sometimes I reserve the hotel for the UK System Open, which is coming up next month, which I can guarantee I will be at. I reserve the hotel through the money I receive from Patreon. So I did try to get somebody around the area to put me up, but it seemed everyone was already full with the whole X-Wing community kind of converging on Milton Keynes for that week. And also because I've got some guys who are helping me travel from the airport to the venue. And so when that happens, I prefer to try and stay with the people I'm traveling with, because otherwise, at one time I did it before where like I traveled with some people to an event and then disappeared to sleep with another person. You kind of feel a bit dirty afterwards, you know. You kind of like, yeah, see you guys later, and then okay, let's go home, you know. But anyway, let's get back onto attacks. Darth Vader's going to fire on the Pink Ranger with 1, 2, 2. It looks like he's got. Okay, he's got 1 focus, so 2 focuses, 2 hits, 3 hits, and a crit with the fire control system. 2 evades, 3, so just takes the crit damage, and 1 shield from the Pink Ranger. Oh, he's put little stickers on his acrylic tokens for the shield, so it's really clear which way up they are. 1 evade, 1 focus, 1 hit, 1 crit. I'm not sure. Okay, so he's on the Red Ranger. And he took 1 damage. Now.
¿Cuál están tocados?
El 5, el 3, el 2, el 5.
Voy a por este. A ver si le quito el ojo. Nada.
Looks like he's got 1 crit there, and it looks like it goes through to take the last shield from the Black Ranger. Okay, so firing on Darth Vader now. Looks like 2 plus a focus gets converted for 1, evades 1, takes 2, and recovers 1 force token for hate.
No, Luke, cuando lo declares. ¿Vale?
2 hits and a focus, and there we got 1 evade after spending the focus from the force. Using the force.
Gasto de fuerza y la recupero porque después me entra el daño.
1 damage.
Está quedando de vida, ¿no?
Sí, está tocadito.
Está goloso ahora, ¿eh? Este no te ve, ¿no?
No lo sé. Así no va muy bien, o sea que...
I'm also my tripod broke. I found out my tripod broke when I got here, and I'm using a tripod that was here, but it's a pretty flimsy one. So you'll see a lot of camera wobble. Need to get a new tripod before we get to Milton Keynes.
No lo sé. Diría que 2 pondos, da igual.
But it's not. With regard to the Open, they're discussing in the chat. The Open is extended format, and they've said in the chat here that it's a Hyperspace trial on day 2. No, I think it's a Hyperspace qualifier, isn't it?
Pues.
The Hyperspace qualifier is a different event where it's just the people that have go undefeated or now. Last year it was undefeated, but I heard someone say that it might be if you have one loss, you still get an invite to the World Championship.
¿Cómo me la
Darth
he hecho?
Vader's gown.
Y sin gastar los crackshots,
Yeah, no, he's not spent any crack shots.
Porque ni he caído. Vale, estos 4 ya han disparado. Este aquí a cortas.
Vale.
A-Wing's firing backwards. Gets one with the focus,
Ya
and
quedo distanciado.
evades. And here we got one evades, and they're back to Darth. Okay, pretty good round there for Jorge, taking Darth Vader off in one round, and still not having taken a single damage card. Only losing shields on the Black Ranger. Didn't spend no crack shots. So yeah, I mean here, the A-Wings are pretty much just going to be able to swarm around, and I don't really see. I mean, the strikers are going to have to use their adaptive ailerons, but I don't know. I think Del Mico's not the target priority here. I think the strikers are definitely the target priority. Del Mico's just kind of a minor annoyance. And off he goes. Yep, some hard one turns to left. Hard left one. The one left turn from the black and the pink ranger.
Ese de ahí, lo recto, pero que he puesto. Se me puede hacer. Ese ojo. Le he equivocado muchísimo. Este de aquí, 2 cerrado.
Hacia abajo.
Sí, vale, vale.
Así.
Ojo, giro arco. Ay, gírame el arco, por favor. Uno cerrado. Sí.
Bumps with the blue ranger into pierce the back.
Y este, 2 cerrado.
Te lo quito.
Ojo, giro arco.
este que es este día.
Lo que te digo, que se me ha olvidado que tenía.
Pretty standard. So
Que seguí
he's got a couple of ships lined up to fire on Del Mico,
Aquí, alerones.
and everything else is just kind of swarmed out. They just kind of bugged out and tried to create space to re-engage for the next round. Of course, Del Mico might put himself way out of those arcs
Yo soy fan de estas cosas.
if he sets himself up on the. Well, no, because they've got those rear-facing arcs. He's gone
Era este, yo sé, de casa.
free forward. No,
No
free
sabía si
turn,
arriba o no.
free bank to the right. Okay, so he's escaped the 2 arcs he had on him, but flown into 4 arcs. So Nob really pretty well positioned there from Jorge to have now the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Yellow Ranger and Green Ranger all having arc on Del Mico for this round. Let's see how much cadence of fire he can stand up to.
Yo lo tengo así.
No. ¿Pues disparas tú? ¿Con todo?
Empezamos con el amigo ese. El uno ahí.
Venga.
So gets
Sí,
2 with the focus. And he evades both. Gets another 2 with the focus.
pero porque lo he hecho al revés.
Alvarez.
Este se había chocado.
Sí.
Este no tenía ojo.
Vale.
¿Vale? Y aquel, o sea, el ojo era de aquel.
Vale.
¿Vale? Que he hecho el 2 cerrado con ese, el ojo era de
Vale.
Gets an evade and a focus. Spends the evade.
vale. Y el otro está a la distancia 2.
So now he's still got 2 shots. 2 evades, 1. Red one's got to be range 2, yeah? Yeah. Well, just 1 with the focus, easily evaded. No, he takes it. It's got all focuses. Some pretty shiny dice out there. Darn. That's damaging.
Lo que aquel está tensionado. O sea, le he puesto las fichas de eso. Ahí, ahora sí. Ahora sí.
Okay. Let's see. So now Jorge wants to try and swarm things back around. Maybe just mop up Del Mico. Maybe. Leave the strikers to kind of go about their business and then regroup in formation to try and focus fire on while the strikers take the strikers down one by one. And he's still got all of his crack shots. All the crack shots are still in play.
Este es el turno en el que luego, ahora les tengo que recolocar.
Pero si me tiene ya muerto mi as, tío. Si lo tiene fácil.
No, bueno, que me refiero que hay un turno en el que ya tengo que, o sea, que va a empezar a recolocarlo.
Venga, cuando quiera.
Este, entonces.
To turn to the right with the Red Ranger. And I would guess to see the same. And he moves his arc forwards.
Al fondo,
Sí, este.
Dos
And I would
cerrados.
guess to see everyone else kind of turning left. Yeah. Yellow Ranger, 2 turn left. Maybe with Pink Ranger, be a 3 turn Pink and Black Ranger.
Este. Uno cerrado.
Te lo hago yo.
Might as well just put the names up
Sí, vaya, vaya.
as
Ojo impulsa.
I got them.
Así.
Sí. Este. Esta tensión es tuya de.
De antes, sí, está de antes. Uno cerrado.
Para allá.
This is the confusing things.
Ojo. Estos dos.
We got a really quiet venue as well, because it's basically just a retail store. But all the guys playing are right at the back. Blue squadron, green, yellow.
Ojo impulsa.
There we go. Now they've got the right names: Yellow Ranger, Black Ranger, Green Ranger, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, and Red Ranger. I spelled yellow. They call me Yellow Mellow.
Porque puede.
Ya, mira.
There we go.
Venga, empiezo con este. Con este de aquí. Hago alerones.
Okay. So back ailerons, 1 straight. No, this is countdown, sorry. And then 2 turns to the right. No, that wasn't expected. I didn't expect that.
Y como acción.
Maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe he's just kind of thinking I've got to get involved. Or I'll just end up... He'll take Del Mico off and it'll just be a question of time till he catches up with me. Barrel rolls left and back, looks like.
No, vale, pero
Sí, sí, sí.
con este. Hago uno.
And so back.
Y le baño.
Ailerons to the right, and then takes a 2 turn to the left.
Como acción hago foco. Y este. Ha hecho un 2 cerrado. Que no sé.
Del Mico, 2 turn to the left as well, but bumps against Blue Ranger.
Vamos a quitar esta verde.
Oh, he doesn't make out the other side.
Tengo aquí. Ahí. Vale.
Okay, let's go.
Madre mía, me va a caer al del meco. Bueno, pues este no ve, va este. Es Sabac, te da amor con 4.
Sí.
Falta un dadito abajo.
So back firing on Red Ranger. Gets get your hand out of the way. 2 focuses and a hit. 1 evade.
Si voy a comprar más.
Oh, wrong button. And I've lost my chat.
Vale. 2. 1. Crack shot. Vale, con el impulse.
Sí, ¿no?
And the crack shot.
Yo esto lo digo muy rápido.
No.
No.
Pues
Venga. Vale, este.
Takes 1 damage on
¿Cuánto
Sabac.
necesitaba para atacar con
2 minutos.
2 minutos? O sea, una ataque joder. Alera ya cortas.
Vale.
Yep. And 1 hit evaded.
Diría.
Sí.
focuses those, and Del Mico goes down.
Dos.
Only focuses came out.
Acaba de enganchar Welch y ahora está el Alfonso cuando le estamos al banco.
Y... Te queda este juego.
Ay, pero... Los instantes completos, ¿no? No sé.
Sin pies.
1 damage, 1 evade, so nothing on to countdown. And they go back to dial, so I'm going to quickly try and connect my tablet to charge.
¿Qué quieres?
I've got Sergio hiding behind the camera.
Me lo creo, ¿eh? Este... Te reparto aquí al camino.
¿Qué vas a hacer?
3 abiertas.
3. Vale.
And Red Ranger, 3 banks to the left, to the right. Okay, look like from the position on the dial, looked like it was going to go left.
Ojo. Pulso. Este está así, ¿no?
Mira si tienes mi...
Puede ser, porque bueno, a ver, ¿qué ha pasado en esta partida? ¿Yes? ¿Yes y pasota?
Todo recto.
It's 2 straight on the Blue Ranger, focuses. Yellow Ranger, also 2 straight. And also focuses. 3 bank right from the Black Ranger.
¿Cómo ha ido? Aquí me está dando mucho amor.
¿Cuántas alas has todavía?
Todo. Aparte me ha ido picoteando. Con medio me ha atacado con 4 y me lo ha matado.
3 abierto.
Que digas 2 de este.
Sí. ¿Tú qué has hecho?
Yo no he ganado este.
Ah,
A la
vale,
persona.
vale.
¿Por qué todo el mundo me odia? Espera, espera, espera.
Porque ganas a la gente, tío. Si te olvidas. Bueno,
Pues voy a empezar a perder, no me gusta que me odien.
no. La otra
Pulso y
están ahí, Bernat y el Iván están ahí.
Ooh, so they've done a pretty good persecution here. It seems to have, they pretty much seem to have singled out a countdown, and that countdown pretty much walks into it. Let's see what his maneuver was. Yeah, pretty much moved himself straight into range 1 of 3 A-wings, and 2 other A-wings firing at range 2. So this could be where Countdown has to try and use his ability as much as possible. But then he can't do it that much, can he? 'Cause he-
Empiezas a marcar.
Okay. Sosa backfiring on the Pink Ranger. Gets 1 and a focus. Rerolls Predator. Gets 3 after spending the focus. 2 focuses and a blank on the evade dice. Spends the focus for 2. Takes 1 on Pink Ranger.
Aquí, distancia 2.
Oops, wrong button again.
¿Cuánto está?
5, las primeras escudos.
Looks like a focus and 2 blanks. Spends the focus from. That decides not to.
Ahora con todo ahora.
Diría que si te ve,
Está como que te ganas.
vale. Distancia 1.
Con 2.
Esto no.
Me tensión y sufre un daño.
Okay, and countdown uses abilities only take 1
Eso
damage.
ya lo puedes hacer.
Ya no.
¿No? Ahí está tirada.
Je.
Desde ahí, distancia
Oh,
1.
not 2, just 1. Fat finger. 2 hits and a focus become 3. And
3.
he's got 2 blanks, takes 3 damage, and bye. Countdown.
La vamos a dejar ya porque eso va a morir.
And still, no damage cards on any A-Wings, and crack shots all over the place. Crack shots are all charged.
Una mano de crítico.
Takes a crit.
2 fichas de flecha.
And that looks like it's a panicked pilot. And I think he concedes the game.
Porque no voy a poder hacer
Sí,
nada.
no. Pero vale, así, nada,
So, good quick game there from Sergio and Jorge.
Están ahí los dos.
¿Qué tal la entrevista en inglés? ¿Qué?
En inglés creo que me va a costar un poquito.
No pasa nada. Esto lo tengo alto, otra vez lo tengo que bajar. Tendré que hacer una tercera cámara aquí para que se fija y no tengo que mover esto. Vale, has llegado hasta top 4, semifinal, ¿no?
Sí,
Y ahí está. Se ha sido desmontado por el lista de...
La verdad no he sabido cómo plantearla y el que me mate a mi mejor nave en su primer turno de fuego contra ella me ha hecho mucho daño.
En un enfrentamiento así, ¿no? Que él tiene tantas naves que son tan ágiles. Cada uno en sí no es una amenaza. Y así que es un poco difícil de cómo tomarlo, ¿no? Y como hemos visto de que en tu caso tú tienes naves que son muy ágiles también, pero que se sufren de los daños. Así que tú, en otras ocasiones de que, por ejemplo, las opciones que tenías era enfrentar o intentar correr para buscar espacio o buscar ángulos. Y claro, pero correr te puede poner en una situación muy comprometida también. Así que en este caso has decidido enfrentar a ellos. Disculpa. En este caso no te ha salido bien, pero no es decir que era un mal movimiento para hacer.
Bueno, yo lo que he planteado era intentar llevarme al menos 1 o 2 naves en el primer cruce, por eso he
Ya.
encarado con los Strikers y con Vader.
Ya.
Lo que pasa es que las tiradas, bueno, me han acompañado sí y no, pero él ha tenido muy buena defensa.
Ya.
Y su planteamiento ha sido bueno porque no me ha tenido ni que usar los crackshots, solo lo ha usado una vez.
Ya, lo recuerdo que Jorge, por ejemplo, lo he visto jugar desde 2015, también en la final, con una lista muy parecida. Y, hombre, igual, 6 A-Wings, solo que lo que eran rebeldes en esta época y no los de resistencia. Y así que sí, lo tiene un muy buen control de posicionamiento, de intentar adivinar por dónde va a ir su oponente ahí y te ha pillado el
Me ha pillado
a tope.
totalmente.
Ya, te lo tenía como 4 ahí esperándote.
Sí, él sabía lo que tenía que hacer, creo. Es un jugador que domina mucho las listas con multitud de naves,
Ya,
las lleva
ya.
jugando muchísimos años
Sí.
y siempre hace buenos resultados.
Y
la
también
verdad.
tenía suerte de meter los 2 daños
Sí,
finales
sí,
a
tiene buenas
Sabak,
tiraditas, pero claro, es que
Sabak,
eso-
pero es como es eso, es que tú te quedas con un casco, es que no vas a montar nada contra 6 naves,
No.
así que lo has concedido.
Es
Ya.
correcto, sí.
Muy bien, pues muchas gracias por haber
Gracias a ti,
salido en el
Simón.
stream, ¿vale? Y supongo que nos veremos en el Open, ¿no?
No, porque tengo planeado ir al Mundial, porque gané en Montpellier un Hyperspace y tengo...
¿Estamos jugando en la misma lista?
No,
No.
en Montpellier jugué First Order.
Ah, vale, es verdad, ya lo recuerdo ya. Vale,
Pero
muy
bueno.
bien. Así que estás ahorrando para...
Estoy ahorrando, voy a intentarlo.
Muy bien. ¿Y están intentando los demás o crees que irás solo?
No, ya tenemos un grupito de
¿Ya?
3 o 4 personas aquí que...
Aunque no tienen entrada, ¿no?
Sí que tienen, sí que
Ah,
tienen.
sí
Hay
que
3 o 4 que tienen.
Ah, vale, perfecto. Muy bien, pues va genial entonces.
Gracias.
Muy bien. Muchas
Gracias,
gracias.
Simón. Gracias, Simón.
Adiós. Okay, sit down, Jorge.
Siento.
Ok. Enhorabuena. Vale, estás en el final.
Sí, tío.
Tienes que entrar al mundial ya.
No creo que vaya, pero.
No
bien.
crees, ¿no? Pues ya está, ya lo veremos. Después está lo que estaba comentando ya, ¿vale? Corregidme si digo algo fuera de sitio, pero si yo recuerdo, en 2015 jugaste en aquel nacional en el Teatro de Madrid, aquella,
Sí.
ya, jugando el mismo lista, solo que rebeldes, en
Sí,
lugar de
sí, sí,
resistencia.
o sea-
Y Crackshot no había en esta época,
No,
¿verdad?
no,
No, eran con la Chardan Refit y ya está, ¿verdad?
Sí, Cardan y los. No me acuerdo qué llevaba otra carta, pero no recuerdo cuál era.
Ya.
No, igual era solo el Cardan.
Y yo creo que
Sí,
con
solo
la y te quedaban con como 5 puntos extra,
Sí,
pero no había nada que podrías meter en mi edad. ¿Y cómo llegaste en aquel torneo? Porque yo no recuerdo si llegaste al top. Y creo que llegaste a
No,
muy cerca, ¿no? Sin
me quedé
embargo.
cerca
Ya.
porque la última ronda hubo un cambio de emparejamientos.
Ya,
Y yo tenía cruzados los IG en aquella época.
ya.
Y me tocaron 2 IGs y fuera.
Muy
Y
bien.
nada, pero no.
Pues ya está, no, pero el tema es decir que, claro, obviamente tú tienes un buen dominio de esta lista, de que llevas bastante
sí,
tiempo jugando
dejé
con
de
ello.
jugarla la anterior porque
¿Sí?
se volvió injugable. Con 2 dados
Ya.
de ataque era imposible, porque la gente
Ya,
esquivaba,
ya.
la gente esquivaba gratis.
Ya, ya.
O sea, y ahora con la nueva edición, pues se puede volver a jugar, porque ya no es tan gratuito esquivar.
Y se puede aprovechar
Exacto.
del posicionamiento más,
sí.
ya, que es un poco más de posicionamiento. Que claro, que en el tema de Hyperspace, como hemos comentado antes con Ferran, ¿no? De que, no, Ferran, ya, Ferran, el padre de
El padre
Bernat,
Bernat,
ya.
sí.
Ok. De que es un poco más difícil porque hay una limitación de naves, pero esto quizá en este caso es una cosa que te favorece. Muchos dicen de que, y eso es un poco reflejo de lo que pasó en la primera edición, de que cuando íbamos en Wave 3 había pocas opciones, así que lo que dominaban eran las cosas que tiraban muchos dados.
Sí, sí, sí.
En tu caso, obviamente no tiras tantos dados, pero consigues aprovechar de un
No
cierto
tiro tantos porque
hueco.
o sea, las naves tiran menos dados, pero por saturación. O sea,
Ya.
son muchos dados. O sea,
Ya.
quieras o no. Porque son 12 dados de ataque.
Pues eso. Entonces, ahora tú estás contra Bernat o contra Juan en el final, ¿no? Que tú eres Jorge, te pasas ahí, vale. ¿Qué sientes de las dos opciones que tienes que enfrentar?
A mí me encantaría jugar con Bernat.
¿Ya?
Porque estamos en la misma liguilla, somos los dos de Rubí. O sea,
Ya,
jugamos.
del mismo pueblo, ya.
Sí, no, y jugamos siempre juntos. O
Ya.
sea, las quedadas que hacemos entre semanas son con su padre, con él y algunos amigos. Y jugar la final de un Hyperspace los dos, que siempre normalmente jugamos ya juntos.
Hombre, ya. Y claro, significa que dos chicos del mismo pueblo
Exacto.
tienen la entrada mundial
Sí,
también.
sí,
Así que si va
y
una...
queda todo en casa.
Ya, está bien. Que tenéis una excursión ya preparada.
Esta tiene su gracia, sí.
Pero sin embargo, ¿te lo ves como una partida fácil contra Bernat?
No, que va.
Y el otro que entiendo que tiene un IT
No, es que tampoco lo conozco.
Ya.
O sea, no sé.
Vale,
Igual haber jugado alguna
ahora
vez
te
con
vas a
él,
echar un
pero-
vistazo,
sí,
ahora
sí.
prepárate. Vale.
No, pero estaba mirando y Bernat no la tenía mal del todo.
Pues ya vamos. Yo quiero ver lo final, ¿eh? Es que el año pasado, como llega al final, era una cosa de que mucha gente en las otras comunidades lo desmintieron. No desmintieron, no, como decir que no lo hacían,
menospreciaron,
no lo
quizá.
hacían caso de que... Eso es una cosa que pasa mucho en X-Wing, ¿no? De que por hacer una cosa exitoso no te dan mucho crédito,
Ya.
¿sabes? Así que era muy difícil de yo decir que... Pero no, escucha...
No, Bernat juega.
Barcelona es una comunidad muy competitiva y de jugar tantas rondas y siempre tener una pairing favorable, no lo sé, ¿sabes? Pero
No, y Bernat, quieras o no, parece que no, pero lleva 3-4 años jugando a esto.
¿cuántos años tiene exactamente ahora?
Tiene de 11.
11 ya,
O sea,
¿vale?
lleva
Entonces su
3.
cumple está en marzo o
No,
hace
sí,
poco.
sí, no recuerdo cuándo fue.
Porque
Sí.
cuando hice la regional del año pasado tenía 9.
Sí, puede ser.
Es decir,
Puede
su
ser,
cumple se habrá acabado de cumplir 10 y ahora ha cumplido 11.
No, ya te digo, ya está acostumbrado a jugar con lo que ha jugado contra Alberto, ha jugado contra Domin, o sea,
Muy
la
bien.
gente que juega.
Perfecto. Vale, pues genial. Muchas gracias por el
tío,
tiempo,
muchas
¿vale?
gracias.
Y nos veremos en el final,
A ver,
¿vale?
merci.
Muy bien. Okay, vale. De todos modos, even so, I'm going to disconnect right here. We'll be back in very brief moment.